3, 2, 1.
Yeah. 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 Ooh. Draco. Okay. Green diamonds like Zelda. Ooh. Whole Rockefeller. Ooh. Young Draco that nigga. My finger on the trigger. Jumping body in the rail. You a pussy ass nigga. Young Draco worth 30 million. Green diamonds like Zelda. Ooh. Green diamonds like Zelda. Ooh. Green diamonds like Zelda. Ooh. Green diamonds like Zelda. Ooh.
This is bad.
Green diamonds like
What do you mean? This is like fantastic. You kidding me?
Can we stop?
We can't stop, but should we stop?
I'm going to tell you right now, that's probably going to end up on my phone, and that sounds so stupid.
Bob, I hate you.
I know. I'm not a Soulja Boy fan, but that is just fucking funny. And
So you're saying you're a human being?
Yeah, and that also
You say that, but dude, the fucking Travis Barker remix of that one song, it made him famous.
Probably Superman.
Superman, yeah. The Travis Barker mix of that is so fucking good.
I also really like this like album art, if you can call it that.
Yeah, so like
Single
some
art.
random like YouTuber who made a mashup of a different song with Zelda music. He just straight stole their photo to use on his single where you said,
Well, I mean,
Jesus.
it's been like par for the course lately. He
Yeah,
did make Reggie retire after all.
yeah, it's like literally they dropped the selling of the Soulja consoles. They pulled those, and then as like the lawsuit is potentially still pending, he goes and samples both artwork and music of a Nintendo thing. And my immediate response is, "Man, these Nintendo lawyers about to Superman this hoe."
Yep.
How stupid can one person be?
Very.
It's free publicity, man.
Is it when he's gonna get everything taken away from him after this lawsuit? Oh my god.
Oh, dude, I
The
hope
most expensive
they
publicity ever.
fucking. I really hope they go after him, dude. That will be hysterical.
This is a good timing considering what we should be talking about next week with actual rap.
With what?
Actual rap music.
Oh, what's next? Oh, did you finally get that stuff?
Yeah, I gotta get that over to you. We're gonna be talking about MC Frontalot's new album. Do you want that, Troll? Do you
What?
want to be part of that? Are you aware of nerdcore?
Yeah, I'm aware of the genre.
Okay. We are should be going to an MC Frontalot concert, and we're gonna be
Oh, I'm jealous.
the new album. Yeah, dude, it's Frontalot, Schaefer, Megaran, and Lars.
Oh, that's gonna be a good one.
Oh yeah, it is.
We saw In Flames the other day, which is a wildly different genre.
Yeah, what is that?
It's a metal.
Yeah, Swedish metal band.
Oh,
Very,
Lord.
very good.
Awesome. So yeah, I think that's the first cold open we've ever done.
So, for those not aware, this is Digital Recess, a very generic name for a very mediocre podcast. I am joined today by my good pal, Jacob at BestintheRealm Hotter, a.k.a. Thick
Hello.
Flare.
Dude, that your promo, the whole Thick Flare thing, I need to clip that out because I keep playing that for people and I have to sit there and like look for it.
Wait, there's like a
Oh.
thing?
Oh yeah,
Oh, yes.
like I did the whole bit I came up with when I first called him Thick Flare. It's like styling,
I thought
profiling, see that buffet, star wiling, the H ya boy, Thick Flare, woo!
Yeah, we need to like clip that.
yeah. The last one, I mean, he's doing an impression of himself, but the last one was fucking good.
Yeah.
I was sitting here waiting to get elbow dropped.
He's gonna like karate chop me in the groin after dropping to his knees. Like, no, sir, don't hit me, please. I'm just an old man.
What is this fucking fucking nerd site?
There's some. If you're talking about that link with the Zelda thing, it's some weird nonsense. I don't know what else you've clicked through on the dirty, dark webs of Florida.
Yeah.
But also, we are once again joined by the good old pal at BlackBeardBob. How you doing there, Bob?
Oh, fantastic.
And again, as always, unfortunately, I am Trollbeard, a.k.a. the internet's creepy uncle.
What was the last title? The internet's creepy, lonely, irritable, angry.
Think of a lot of negative adjectives, and that's a very, very apt description.
Pretty much. So, we got a lot to talk about this week.
We do.
Do you want to just do news?
I'm gonna go ahead and rapid fire the front stuff and just go over some impressions and see if you guys have any other experience with some of this stuff. So
I need something to make my IQ up after that bullshit.
Yeah. So
you ain't gonna get that here.
So I talked about that random little rant nonsense I did the other night where I felt like trash and I was talking about things that were bad. So I gave Crackdown 3 a shot. They made another Crackdown. I mean,
is that a bad thing though?
I mean, if you're okay with shutting your brain off and just doing things very simply, repeatedly for long periods of time. But yeah, like I described it as like a bad like college fan remake of the first Crackdown. But without the interesting parts. Well, like, so it's newer and it works better in some scenarios. It doesn't have some of the bad frame dips the original version of Crackdown always had.
Yeah.
But the thing with, the first Crackdown is, like, the big primary loop a lot of people really fell into was hunting those goddamn agility orbs.
It's still there. Yeah,
they're still here, but they were way better laid out, better platforming, and scenarios of getting to it.
I would disagree with that because in the first one, there was a whole lot of just jump, grab, jump, grab, jump.
Yeah, that's
grab. This is actual platforming in this.
Well, I mean, it's literally the same style of jump, grab, platforming. It's just now in this version, you can just hold up and they'll do the jump grab for you automatically.
Well, if you get to the top of a tower, you just keep jumping, but then from there you can go down. And with the whole triple jump and dash in the air thing, there's a lot more to it.
Yeah, but that takes a considerable amount of time to get to those later skill perks.
Yeah. It takes about 2-3 hours.
Yeah, I mean, the whole game you could be done in about 8 hours, but
it to me it is they took the original concept of Crackdown and I feel like they added to it because they made the jumping better. They added more abilities. The weapons are a lot better. There's a way greater variety. The vehicles are actually a lot of fun. You can just swap them whatever you want.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to do in the world. There's a lot more variety. It's all killing, but killing.
But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like the game is still all right. Jump around, something shooting at me. Hold left trigger, then hold right trigger. Repeat.
Yeah, but if it was anything else, I would have been mad.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like the thing that bugs me about the primary thing with Crackdown 3 is like the best thing about the first Crackdown was the sheer subversion of it. Spoilers for the ending of the first Crackdown.
Yeah.
It turns out the agency is a bunch of fucko, fascists. And you've been fighting all these resistance gangs that were trying to take back the city. And this one, there's like, now the agency is just kind of like goofs. And they fucked it up. And this whole area got destroyed. And now you're just in there just bullshitting and blowing things up.
Pretty much.
But
as Terry Crews.
Yeah, well, that's if you decide to choose Commander Jackson.
You should.
But the thing that I was So in the intro of Crackdown 3, there's all these agents on, this airship. They're going in to try to stop the blackout attacks. And that's where you see Terry Crews. He comes in, he's mocapped. He's doing his whole dance and spiel, and he's, getting people hyped up to go murder people in the name of justice. And he has a giant, rubber ducky tattoo on his arm. He's like, quack, quack, motherfuckers. Daddy Duck, you don't fuck with Daddy Duck. And then, mid-speech of them getting all hyped up and ready to go, the ship blows up. You see all these agents disintegrate. And I thought for the briefest moment, oh, for the love of God, please let that be the only involvement Terry Crews had with this game. That would be the world's best bait and switch to have advertised Terry Crews in this fucking game for 2 years to kill him off in the first 2 minutes. I was like, that would be legendary. And then you just respawn as whatever agent, you choose. And as Commander Jackson, it doesn't really say much outside of certain key scenarios. He doesn't quip very much. You don't get enough Terry Crews to be worth, the amount of effort they went in to put Terry Crews in there. But it's just, man, this game is just such a mediocre pile of stuff to do for a few hours.
See, I think mediocre is a bad descriptor.
I mean, it doesn't really do any of its things great. Every front, I would say, in this game is done better by Saints Row 2, let alone 3 and 4.
I had more fun in 20 minutes of this game than I did in the hours I played Red Dead Garbage 2.
Yeah, but they're not comparable experiences. They're open world games, but they're not. The intent is not action at all times and silliness and Red Dead.
The intent of both of them is supposed to be entertainment.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, if we're talking about in the scale of what Crackdown 3 is trying to do, a more direct comparison would be, say, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
My point is, Crackdown 3 said that we're going to bring you lots of weapons, bunch of vehicles, you're going to be able to jump all over the place, you're going to feel like a superhero. They delivered on that 110%.
Okay. Yeah, I mean...
Dude, I'm jumping through the air. I've got my I think it's called the jackhammer, my multi-rocket launcher.
Yeah.
Just launching at motherfuckers. Still in the air, I dash over, hold down B, come down, hero pose, punch a bunch of dudes around me, hold it down, Superman punch, pull out my bolt caster, just start laying dudes out. Stuff's exploding everywhere. Oh, there's a robot, pull out my arc caster, blow him up and his buddies. It's a blast.
Yeah, I mean, if you say so there, bud. So many things are so wrong with this game, personally. The crazy thing to me about this game that took this long to make, that's just
that's ridiculous.
I'm going to say a very bad copy of what Crackdown 1 was trying to be without a lot of the initial charm.
It's a copy with a fresh coat of paint and a new spoiler, and they redid the interior, and they put in a new radio.
Yeah, but now here's the thing, is you say a new fresh coat of paint, but there are still multiple scenarios where textures don't fully load.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Oh, every time I went to the menu that shows all the bosses.
Stop doing that.
Well, fuck, it pops that thing up every time you make a big chunk of progress.
Stop pointing out all the bad things about this game.
It's hey, it's just a little orb with a sad face on it because it's an evil robot controlling the trains. Why the fuck doesn't this little orb texture load? It's it was just Jesus. They got the job done. They filled all the check boxes and they shipped the product.
I will say, for as long as it took, it probably should have had more.
Yeah, for it to literally be a size of one of the islands from the first Crackdown.
Yeah, it's not super big.
Yeah, like it's very short, self-contained. Like I said, this is a game that
it's a. I would not even say it's a 7 out of 10. I would say it's a 7.5 out of 10.
I mean, like if I was throwing numbers at games, like if this got more than a 5, like I'd be very generous.
Damn, troll.
Because like so like the thing is like the fucking scale moves with the times. Like this would have been a 7 out of 10 in 2010. Because this game feels like a forgotten remaster of a game from 2010.
Bob, we really need you to play this and be the third vote.
I mean,
I'll tell you right now, I've watched like Crackdown stuff. It doesn't even like interest me.
Yeah, like it doesn't have like it has almost like no humor to it.
I'm as I get older, I'm really finding that I don't enjoy those games that are like super over the top, kill everything in all these weird kind of ways, and it's just not for me anymore.
I have such an easy in with loving Crackdown 1 so much, and I played a bunch of it.
Yeah, like this is a hardcore nostalgia play.
I was just gonna say, so they're playing on your nostalgia,
and they made it better. They did make it better for the first one.
Like it functions better in a lot of scenarios.
The weapons are a lot better. Like the what Crackdown does well.
You know, there's a good portion of those weapons that are the same beam weapon, just a different color for a different damage type. There's a couple more options, but it's not like.
Yeah, they serve different functions. One's for robots, one's for armored guys. Yeah. I'm not saying it's game of the year. I'm not saying it's anywhere even contention of it. I'm just saying it's a fucking fun time.
Like I'd barely qualify it as game, not let alone game of the year.
Damn, Jesus!
Like I legitimately even forgetting to cancel my Game Pass. Like I was annoyed with the hour and a half I spent on this game.
I've spent way more than that.
Yeah, like I said, like there's a dumb, silly fun here, but like I would argue on every front you better serve buying a cheap copy of Saints Row the Third or Just Cause.
What's
3.
weird is I didn't like Saints Row. I played Just Cause. I couldn't get into it. I think it probably is just a little bit of nostalgia for me that's getting me in so easily.
Yeah,
that's probably all it is.
That's the thing is like regardless of like how I feel about the game, there's a lot of people out there that found fun in this game. They had a great weekend.
Yeah, I find the hate is not deserved. Not just from you, but just from in general.
Yeah, like the in general hate of that is like great, but like all of my things, like I'm a fuckhead, but I'm an informed fuckhead. You know, like I will go in and itemize the things that are actually like bothering to me, and I'll try to give examples to people. It's like this weird thing of like I love ruining the fun of people that are just trying to shit on something by just deconstructing their argument. Like there's a guy in Discord, he's like he's like put the Kappa face, now like Fortnite's stealing everything from Apex Legends of like, well, Fortnite already had a pinging system, just not as detailed as Apex, and then blah blah blah, but then Apex is also adding battle passes, which they stole from Fortnite, which Fortnite stole from Dota and League. Like your argument to cause a thing to like shit on this game is literally the same thing every video game has done since video games existed. Iterate, steal, make it your own. And he's like, I just enjoy shitting on Fortnite. Well, just say fuck Fortnite. You're allowed to say fuck Fortnite. Don't go through these mental gymnastics on the internet to be to justify your opinion. It's like, hey, I don't like Fortnite. Cool. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, stealing stuff is kind of what Fortnite does.
Yeah.
But they also put a Fortnite's twist on it.
Yeah, like they're iterating on a weekly basis. New ideas, new things to millions of players on every platform they could possibly pump this thing out on. Yep. Like Apex
I
is
mean,
the new
Apex
hot
is
thing.
good because they stole shit from everything.
Yeah, like they sat there, they saw like, oh hey, that's what this guy's doing. Like Apex came out like the fucking Patriots and Tom Brady first came in. It's like, hey, we're just gonna watch all their game tapes and illegally record their practice sessions and come up with plans to make this weaponized fun. But yeah, like I said, I was annoyed like from start to finish. And Crackdown 3, like I said, give it a shot. Game Pass is cheap.
It's fun.
For I'm
not saying it's not okay. And first of all, I do want to get it out. It's not worth $60.
I would not spend like personally like if I didn't have Game Pass currently and they had the $2 deal to get the first month of Game Pass, which they I think just stopped, but it was there like at the launch of Crackdown 3. Like if I knew what I knew now after having played Crackdown 3, I wouldn't have spent that fucking $2 to get Game Pass for a month. If that was my intention, it was to play Crackdown, I would have spent that $2 and done everything but I know plenty of people
now
I've
that
talked
you're
to.
done with your bullshit opinion, I say it's worth about $25.
Yeah. And that's why I said it was worth a $5.
It's fun.
Yeah, like I said, it's dumb, mindless fun, and that's not anything I'm looking for. And if I am, I'm looking for better versions of
it. Speaking of dumb, mindless fun, I also played a bunch of Anthem.
Okay, so how is that compared to the demo?
I guess it's the same, but
okay, so I don't need to buy it.
Oh, no. No. I would have told you by now if you needed to buy it.
Okay.
So I'm playing. I don't even know what the fuck it's called. It's the faster javelin.
The one that melees a lot.
Yeah.
Interceptor.
That's what I thought. Yeah. So I'm playing Interceptor now. It's the only one I really didn't play in the demo. And it's fun. Like the weapons still suck, but the Interceptor's abilities are a lot better. You get to melee really fast. I got a bunch of acid abilities. Yeah, the weapons still suck quite a bit. I really enjoy flying around. If I could just have like an Anthem flight simulator, that'd be great. The world is like... This is a BioWare game, right? Are we... like, it says BioWare on it, but are we sure they made it?
Yeah, the thing is like, most of the people you're thinking of that were BioWare aren't there anymore.
Oh,
or
that's
are
fair.
Working on other projects. So like,
dude, the world is not interesting.
Yeah. Also, like, this is a game that probably had a lot of iteration and redos, to get to the point to where it is now. Because a lot of shit happened both within BioWare and within EA as a publisher.
I will say the thing that helped me a lot in enjoying Anthem was not going into it thinking, okay, this is gonna be like Destiny. Because
it is the Destiny killer.
Yeah, which is stupid. Division 2 is.
Destiny's doing a pretty good job of doing that themselves.
Destiny's doing good. Are you kidding?
I kind of want to talk about like the people being really suspicious now after the Season of the Drifter trailer and like the description saying, "Hey, we're moving this thing from the Eververse that you could earn."
Yeah, that's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, so it's like that was the thing. Is like, I mean, that's kind of shitty for the people that just dislike the idea of microtransactions, but that's a whole different thing. But with Anthem, like
Anthem it helped a lot. Just not going into an expected Destiny type gameplay because it's not. The world is like, to me, is like really uninspired. Like, it's just been through this shit so many times. Just not interesting.
So you're saying it's Pokemon?
Hey, no.
But no, like,
God, what the fuck is up with you tonight, Troll?
I knew he was gonna say it. I knew it was coming. I've been waiting since we started.
I just want to mess with Bob a little bit because we'll get to the actual Pokemon opinions later. But with like,
stop teasing stuff. But yeah, Anthem it's boring. It's a solidly okay shooter. I feel like they're just trying too hard. Like Apex aped a lot of things from multiple games and did a good job of doing it. Anthem is the polar opposite of that. It just doesn't do anything super well. Except flying.
But you overheat and can't fly as often as you'd like.
Yeah, the overheating happens way too damn fast.
Oh, it overheats?
Yeah, like you have like
you have to
probably a
get the water.
45-second window of flying around.
No, you
Oh,
don't. It's less than that.
wow.
Well,
Oh,
that's
even better.
the storm is the one I was thinking of. The
Oh,
basically
does it have longer?
yeah, they hover. Like they're like the warlock.
Yeah,
like,
but
bullshit.
hover and flying, it's two different amounts
Yeah.
of heat.
But it does also get to fly a little bit longer.
Okay, yeah, I believe that, considering what it is. I kind of want to just keep playing until level 8 and play the Warlock type class to try it out, because it does look more interesting. Colossus is just a big, dumb, boring tank, and I think the other one's like a all-around class.
Yeah, the ranger is just basic soldier.
Yeah.
It's kind of like your real setup class for like combos.
Yeah, which I don't even... Like, they don't explain combos in the slightest bit.
Yeah, see,
And I'm not interested enough to look it up.
yeah, that's the thing with Anthem is like the crowd that they're trying to advertise to and the game they made are very like bipolar there. Because so much of the game with your javelins, the javelins are the thing. Their abilities are like your primary focus and the guns are secondary. And
yeah, which I don't understand that at all, because you get a shitload of guns.
yeah, but the thing is, you know, the javelins don't have enough variety, and all these, you know, Destiny fuckboys want that random loot drop. They want the shiny.
That's what they promised us.
They're out there for that shiny, and they're not getting it. Although there was a loot cave for like a couple days in that first week of the early access that got patched out already. And that made a lot of people sad.
Like, I've been on the subreddit, and the people that like it really, really like it, and the devs are listening and fixing things. So, I don't know. I'm really interested to see where Anthem's going to be in a year or so.
According to like the kind of laid out roadmap they discussed, you're looking at slightly faster rollout than original Destiny 1 launch. We're talking...
Or Destiny 2.
We're talking May before any like considerable changes.
Yeah.
And that's a yikes.
Yeah,
because Division 2 happens between here and then.
And Division 2 is great.
And you get all your shooter looter actions. To quote Giant Bomb, your schluter.
Schluter.
Schluter is so fun to say.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start using that. That kind of just stumbles right off the tongue.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude, that rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, schluters.
It drunkenly falls off the tongue.
It's like you spit on your friend. You're like, hey, I'm gonna go play this schluter.
Yeah. I guess I can go ahead and talk about Division 2.
Have you played much of the beta?
Oh, yes, I have.
Okay, good.
I played a bunch today. This game is so good.
I played a little bit of the first closed beta, and then I just haven't had time to go back to it. But I liked what I played.
I am getting so excited the more I play it. Like, the new skills are a lot of fun. I've got the chemical launcher, which I can... There's a bunch of new versions of it, too. You have this chemical launcher where you shoot 3 grenades, and it puts this chemical in the air. Well, if it gets shot or something exploded by it or whatever, it ignites and just fills the fucking air with fire. And it is so satisfying to put 3 of those things in a spot so where they're all kind of overlapping, shoot it, and it just kills a bunch of dudes. It's fun.
I was bored at work the other day, and I needed some excitement.
Okay.
And since me and you are what you might call an impasse, I headed to the Division 2 forums to see about possible crossplay.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Well, I kind of knew that going into it, but I figured I would look. But you should just... Oh my god, dude. The people in the fucking forums.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh my god! Like what? Like
The
sit the fuck down and shut up. Like the world is
salt.
not that bad.
Yeah, man, the salt is real when it comes to stuff like that. The
And
that
people were
do
like,
not-
dude, we just want it for PvE. Like, that's it. And people, no, get that hacker shit out of here and this and that.
That's
What the
ridiculous.
fuck are you talking about?
I'm telling you, man, mouse and keyboard on the Xbox. They'll probably make it a thing in Division 2.
Yeah, it's not going to matter. Sorry.
Well, buy me a new PC then.
You want me to send you a video card?
You gotta send me a whole lot more than that.
Oh, I can send you a video card here like next week.
I need a motherboard or processor too.
Oh, what kind? What's your socket?
I don't even fucking know.
Well, then don't tell me that shit if you don't have the information.
That's why he said motherboard as well.
Yeah, thank you, troll.
Yeah, but if the motherboard's at least the right socket, you can make it work.
Probably, maybe. I have no idea. This thing's gonna die. This thing's not gonna last. This thing was super used and misused before I even got it. It's being held. The side panel is being held on by a giant rubber band.
That doesn't mean anything. That's just decoration.
That's just, loose ventilation. I mean,
Right. Air's gotta
increased
get in
airflow
somehow.
accidentally.
It's also got a cat on top of it.
That
could be a
lead to a lot
problem.
of the problems. Yeah.
Okay, but anyways, yeah, I've played a
Anyways.
bunch of Division 2. The Seeker Mine is back, and I feel like the Seeker Mine's actually better because you press right bumper and you got a little buddy phone, And
Seeker
you
mine
can-
is cool.
Yeah, and you can like point out a guy, hit right bumper again, like go get him, boy, and it will go get him.
Yep, it is fucking cool.
I
I
love
did
that.
play around with that a little bit.
It's the slightest of change to a familiar ability, but it's good.
And then they
Um,
have, I don't remember this in the Division 1, probably because it wasn't in there, but they have that drone skill now.
That's new.
Yeah,
That
the drone
is
is new.
That is fucking cool. I really like that.
Don't think I have the drone yet. I don't remember what I just unlocked. Might have been the drone because I'm trying to unlock the new stuff.
That was like the first thing I picked, and then it has like 3 different iterations of it.
Yeah, I think
I
the
know.
new stuff.
I
3
only-
different ones. Yeah.
Yeah, I only remember 2, but
Oh, I do
I
have
know-
the drone because
I know
one
the
of them was
one-
bombardier.
the one is damage, and then I think just like regular gunfire, and then the other one is you can actually send it to heal your allies.
So one of them is the healing. One of them is it puts off a sonic emitter to block the bullets.
That's right.
One
That was
is
the
it
other one.
follows them around and attacks them as long as it has line of sight. And then one of them is pick point A and point B, and it will drop a bunch of bombs in between.
Oh yeah.
So all of those things sound like they're fucking fun.
I'm pretty excited for Division 2.
I've got, so far I've got like mostly assault rifles, like AK, AUG, stuff like that. I did get a rifle, so just like a single shot rifle, semi-automatic. That's fucking awesome. I love that thing.
I've been trying not to play too much of the beta because I don't want to get burnt out.
Oh, I know, but I want to keep playing it.
I know, but I mean, it comes out in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We'll be
Yeah, I don't know
fine.
why I keep playing it. And I'm like, well, I just want to keep play a little more, make sure I like it.
To make sure you like it.
Yeah, and we're getting a year of free content. That's awesome.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a season pass that kind of works.
It's like
a little-
early access kind of thing.
It works a lot like the season passes did in Siege, where like you get week early access to the content, and there's a couple other exclusive things you can get like from the season pass every time there's a new drop, but it's not
I think
super
mostly
necessary.
cosmetic stuff.
Yeah,
And you get extra something. I can't remember what it was. It's nice things, but it's not necessary things.
Right.
And it's not going to split the community at all.
Well, we'll wait and see there, but
Well, I mean, literally, as far as like playlists and shit, and who can do what.
yeah. You and any of your friends that haven't played in like 6 months can jump back in and do the same stuff.
that's
Yeah.
nice.
So yeah, I'm super excited for Division 2. Especially now that I'm finally getting my hands on it.
Yeah, it definitely, from what I've played, it's a lot of fun, and
They nailed it, man.
I enjoy the landscape a lot more than dingy New York.
Yeah. So far, what I've seen is pretty interesting. It's interesting seeing places you kind of recognize from, like,
Well,
just
not even that,
history
but
and
at
TV
least it's like a
shows.
slightly diverse environment.
Yeah.
Not just gray, snowy buildings every corner.
It's true.
It's in the dirty South.
Not really.
Well,
Not at all, really.
Yeah. Fucking geography fail.
hey, the fucking half of that thing is in the South, brothers.
Are you aware of the fucking map of the United States?
Yes,
at all,
I am
or?
aware of the map of the United States. I'm also aware of the Civil War and what counted as what.
Look, we don't talk about that. All right.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, you know, part of that thing's butt cheeks is in Virginia.
Look, if a single butt hair is hanging over the line, it don't count.
I'm just saying, like it's mostly down. But anyway, like, it has the fucking heat and temperature of the South. It's fucking gross. It's hideous in the summer in Washington,
anyways,
D.C.
The season of the Drifters getting ready to start for Destiny. And I'm actually really excited about that. But man, I don't think I'm going to have time to play it if I start playing Division 2.
Yeah, this is where the worlds collide of what else am I going to waste my time on?
Yeah, Division 2 is already better than Destiny 2.
Probably.
I'll agree with that,
Damn.
having very little input on either one.
I'll put my opinion on this thing I don't know shit about.
Yes. Like, I will say yes to this thing. I cared nothing about either party. I couldn't be any more less biased. It's like, I don't give a fuck about either one of these.
I'm just going to go out on a limb and say Tom Clancy games are probably better all around than Bungie games.
No.
Yes. Don't even argue it.
Well, you're like adding a whole bunch of whole lot longer list
I
and
know.
group of
I know what I'm doing.
a list of studios working on stuff. But yeah, Division looks cool. Hope you boys enjoy.
So who wants to talk about something now? Bob,
All right.
what you got to talk about?
Well, I mean, do we want to like jump right into the juicy stuff, or
Well,
Did you play anything?
I played a little bit of Elder Scrolls, and a lot of Smash Brothers.
Okay.
he's
You
been out
still
there
got the Elder Scrolls Guild.
having fun
Oh,
with
yeah.
the PvP content.
Actually, Guild's going pretty good. We what do we have, like 26 members now? Things are looking up.
Nice.
Yeah, things are looking up.
Need to get him in the Discord.
Everything's
I
coming up
have-
Millhouse.
I have the Discord in our thing. A couple guys are in here. But yeah, things are going good. I ran some dungeons with some of them this morning. Had a very interesting story with one of them that I won't repeat on the podcast.
Okay.
But I kind of felt bad for the guy.
Yeah, you got to tell me when you're playing. I know the other day. Here, I think I was like already in bed.
Will your dinosaur run it or no?
I think so.
Oh. Yeah, you want to play tonight or?
I kind of want to play Smash tonight with Troll.
Oh, for Pete's sake, we can do
Since
Smash.
we got him here. Yeah, I would like to.
I'm good with Smash.
Yeah, I have not played enough Smash.
Me either. I do have a lot more characters unlocked now, though.
Oh, that's good. Can't wait till you get to all of them.
Yeah, like next year.
I'm so glad I rushed to fucking unlock everything.
I
You're
just, I really wish that, like, for online play, everybody would have been unlocked.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I don't really care. Jiminy Christmas.
Who are you missing?
Yeah, see, for me to tell you that, I would have to know who all is even.
Oh, speaking of Smash, I went to Five Below today,
Oh,
and I got amiibos for Princess Peach and Lucas, and there was a 3-pack of Animal Crossing characters. So I just
really?
got 5 amiibos for $15.
Damn.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna have to go
Yeah.
to our local Five Below and see what's up. They always got good shit
Dude.
in there.
Five Below is the fucking best.
Oh, I love it. We were just over there
Podcast
tonight
not
too.
sponsored by Five Below.
Yeah.
But it should be. So if you're
Yeah.
listening,
For
I'll
me,
go in there and talk to the manager.
For me, I spent $12 on some stickers and some wooden discs. And now I have all the amiibos.
Oh, you're dumb.
Because I don't want the figures. Like, I don't want physical shit cluttering up my space. Like, they're
You're
cool.
psycho.
They're cool figures, but for the rare occasion I'm going to need an amiibo, I don't want to go out of my way to buy that one goddamn amiibo.
What were we talking about the other day, Bob? We found something really cheap that like Troll liked. Just like we're gonna buy a whole shitload of them and ship them to Troll. Just,
I have no idea, but that does sound
I
like.
don't remember what that was. Just send Troll a whole shitload of little collectible things just to give him
If I can go
anxiety.
back and look that up.
It's a bunch of dollar store Fortnite keychains. Like, throw these at all the kids. You won't look like more of a creep than you already do.
I think it may have been the pop vinyls or something. It was something relatively cheap.
Yikes.
I don't know what it was.
I don't know. The odds of either one of us remembering this obscure conversation is like none.
I barely even remember us having a conversation.
Ever?
Let alone what the fuck it was about.
Yeah.
This is why we
Bob,
record
Bob
this
barely
podcast.
remembers to have pants, let
Yeah,
alone wear them.
right.
Just physically owning pants is a struggle.
I also went to World King for the first time ever.
How was Tractor Supply on steroids?
Yeah, it has nothing to do with this podcast, but it was fucking great. There's a wall of $10 jeans. That store is amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. How many pairs of denim shorts did you buy?
Just one. I'm gonna get more.
The
I had
fact that
to
I
know.
knew you bought at least one pair is sad.
For $10, absolutely. I bought me a metal cup.
Is that what you're jingling around?
Yep. It keeps my ice cold. It's not the frozen part of it. It's the cup
Yeah.
that keeps the ice cold.
Yeah, good old fashioned thermodynamics.
It's great. Let's move on to video games.
Yeah.
Who's got something?
I'm going to run through a few things real quick.
Okay.
So there's 2 Switch demos from the last Nintendo Direct. The one right before the Pokemon one we're going to talk about in a bit. They put out a demo for Yoshi's Crafted World.
I played that.
And
I need to download that.
I mean, that's another one of those Yoshi Woolly games. Like, it's super chill,
It's fun.
super laid back, super simple. They're doing some neat
Yeah.
stuff. The aesthetic is cool. But I already knew I wasn't in on that game. And this just, further confirmed it.
Yeah, when I started playing it, I was like, I might need to get this. And then played a bit more and realized, I really don't.
Now I got all of it. It's like that Kirby Star Allies. It's like, yep,
Yeah.
this is more of Kirby, but without, much of the cool level design.
It's a very well designed, really neat looking game that's just not for us.
It would be really cool if they did, like, probably the most interesting thing about that game, Tearaway. The Vita game that got ported to PS4 that was made by the Little Big Planet guys.
Okay.
So as you completed levels and did things, you unlocked the actual papercraft instructions. You could go to a website and print that stuff out and actually do the crafts yourself.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, it was like really cool. But yeah, I don't think they're going to be doing any of that neat integration of being able to print out your own little paper
No, but
Yoshi
they
and
could
fold
do-
them up.
They could do something with Labo.
Yeah, but who wants to spend that money on Lavo? They're throwing
No
out
one. Apparently.
two for $5 deals and goddamn Labo kits these days at Best Buys and
I
Targets.
know a lot of people that look at Labo and go, my kids would love that if I ever get around to buying it.
Yeah. The other demo I checked out was the prototype missions, I think is what it was called, for Daemon X Machina.
Yeah, so how was that? Because I've heard good and bad things.
So, it's another mech game. I mean,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's like, so you've got, 4 different shoulder buttons there on your controller. The left trigger, right trigger, shoulder buttons. So you can equip different gear to each one of those to do different things. You've got like boosting when you're on the ground. You've got jumping and boosting and flying around. I didn't like the fact that to descend, you click like the left stick. And then that just like constantly lowers you down. So like if you're just trying to lower a little bit, then jump back up, you gotta like click it, drop a little bit, then hit jump, and then hold it again to go back up. Like it's kind of odd, but the way they've got all the other buttons mapped, I didn't really see many options. But the thing is like there's not really much skill to it because you just turn and then you kind of paint the target, and it auto targets within that little box. So you just fire away with your gun and you blow things up. It's got some kind of weird sci-fi lore going on about like, I'm thinking like ancient AI that kind of fucked a lot of shit up, and like you're these mercenary groups kind of like fighting off their forces to keep humanity alive in some areas. So it's kind of like Robot Attack on Titan, which is a weeb ass anime. It's not as good as people say it is. But yeah, like it's got some really rough spots. I think this is probably like the first playable demo they've had of it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So they ask for like public feedback. So this is kind of like, hey, tell us what you like, what you don't like, and we're going to really work further on this, which leads me to believe this game's still probably at least a year and a half, 2 years out. Man, there were some real bad texture drops to fit like a decent frame rate to where it went straight up like PS2 quality in some areas.
Oh.
This game is really struggling to go at the speed it did. But yeah, it's just like super basic. Like go into this little small scale arena, fight these enemies. You can pick up loot off of the dead mechs you kill, and equip those parts the next time you're in your garage. Like, oh hey, I killed this bot that had a sword, and now I can put a sword on my mech.
Man, this sounds really familiar. So, what does it do? Anything like special or unique? Or?
Other than like the style and the actual like aesthetic, like cutscenes are just like little dialogue boxes with a sketched out face next to it.
Jeez.
Like it's just some basic anime ass bullshit, and like it's got some potential there, but I don't think that basic loop, unless you just like really generic, just like I said, turn around. Oh, there's a little drone. There
are people who are really into that type of gameplay.
Yeah, like I mean, this feels kind of like slightly more involved Dynasty Warriors. Like if I had to directly compare it to something. But yeah, the demo's out there for free. Give it a shot if you got a Switch. Something else I checked out on my Switch was this game called Pool Panic, which is like you're like a cue ball walking around these pool tables. It's a puzzle game.
Okay, I figured that was going to go one of two ways. It was going to be pool tables or like swimming pools.
No, like it's a pool ball, like actual like you strike a cue and you're smacking yourself into other things to put the balls in the hole. But I started up. The aesthetic is cool and wacky. There's some like cool like chilled music whenever you're getting out of a level and going back to the main open world where you walk around and find the different tables to do the challenges. But man, it escalated real fast. Like I did not realize like this goofy game was going to be as puzzle ass a game as it was. So like I like it. I am definitely going to go back to it, but not anytime soon. Just because I'm that kind of guy. Like if I'm going to commit to one of those games, I'm going to try to at least get like silvers, because I could finish the game probably straightforward and just have ass cheek, like numbers of like, oh, this is all D's, like like you Forrest Gumped this school, like you barely passed there, champ. Get out of here. I immediately realized like I was spending too much time on the super early levels that before they got complicated, trying to get like the little gold on like the number of strokes you took. You didn't pocket yourself accidentally. You did it in enough time. And then as soon as I got to this level that was like a car wreck, and the car wreck has all these different pool balls coming out, and the different ones react differently. So there's like this heavy one that like acts like a hammer. Like if you aim at him, like he's squatting, like he's, constipated and he's angry. And then like the icon of like your bounce of like when you hit the ball changes into like a hammer. So when you hit him, he like jumps up and slams like a thwomp from Mario and knocks everything around him back.
Is this like something straight out of Rick and Morty?
Yeah, like the look is straight up Rick and Morty kind of style, or like normal show from like Cartoon Network. Weird, goofy, like modern cartoon style. But yeah, the one with like the car wreck, these luchador fucking pool balls come out and they have giant burly arms like Trogdor, and they pick you up and they throw you. And I was like, all right. Like the next thing I did after that one was like 2 different buses full of, balls show up at this campground. And I was like, yeah, okay, this is getting way too complicated, way too fast. So like Pool Panic looks cool. I got it for like $8 maybe. I think it was closer to $5. But it looks cool. Fantastic. I recommend it. I'm going to go back to it just whenever I get the chance to actually sit down and focus. Because, man, I was like, the aesthetic and the level of brain I needed were not lining up that morning when I tried it out. I also checked out a couple of the games. No Time to Explain.
I've heard that's good.
It's a platformer, and like
I think I have a video on it on my channel.
Yeah, like there's certain parts of it.
I'm you from the future. There's no time to explain. No, I beat that game.
Yeah,
I beat that game. It's really short.
Yeah, it's not very long. I got a fair ways through, but I don't know, like the primary platforming mechanics of shooting this beam to propel yourself. Mm-hmm. Like I didn't like it enough. Like one of the levels you play is like President Badass, I think is his name. And like he propels himself with like a shotgun blast. Like I like the feel of that one way more than the actual beam itself. And I don't know, like I played it for a little bit. I got through a couple levels and I was like, all right, I've seen what this game is doing. And I checked out some videos of like further levels and like, all right, they're not really going much more beyond this. They're just kind of like complicating the matter of getting yourself to the little portal to keep looping through time. Cool game. It's kind of silly.
The humor in it's really good. The gameplay is pretty solid.
Yeah, like I said, it's a well-made game. Simple, straightforward. This thing is always cheap and on sale. Definitely worth, checking out at least a video, if not finding it, because you can find this for less than $5. And it's a good afternoon of some silly humor and time travel. I checked out Laser League. This was a game that was given out on the PlayStation Plus a while back. And it's kind of like this top-down, kind of like Tron team co-op game of like 2 teams of 4 or 3, I think. Fighting against each other in this game of Laser League. It's like there's little nodes that pop up. You run up to, it turns on these laser barriers, like like the laser Tron cycle beams. Like if you cross the beams, you get killed.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I think it's really cool. Like the different character classes have different abilities, but it's just I don't know anybody who plays Laser League, and the bots aren't worth the trouble. So unless I just wanted to randomly roam out and get deep into the online community, you know, this game just isn't for me. But it's really well made. I like what they're doing. I like the aesthetic. I like a lot of the sounds. Definitely a cool party game. If you've got people over at your house, you can play this, you know, local co-op. Because it's all on a one-screen experience. And yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed my time with the tutorial. One more thing here. There's a couple other things, but I don't feel like going over them. Just because I didn't necessarily spend enough time with them. Or already said enough. But the other thing I checked out was this game called Drive, Drive, Drive. It's like this really weird game. It's super like low poly, straightforward racing game. But like the gimmick here is that the game you're playing multiple races at one time. So there'll be like, say, the initial tutorial, like you figure out the racing on one track, and then it opens up and shows you the multi-track scenarios. So there'll be two different courses stacked on top of each other. And you start driving on one, and you can swap up and down between the layers of tracks to take over control of your car and try to race. But these races are all going on simultaneously. They don't pause. So the AI takes over when you're not, you know, controlling the other car. Sometimes
are they competing with each other in the same race?
No, each one of these layers is a different race. So it's like you and
so
seven.
It's not like a race. It's not like a race war.
No, it's a.
Whoa.
It's a.
Hey now.
Some helter skelter shit. Now let's move on.
I don't think that had anything to do with a race war.
That's the whole point of what Charles Manson was talking about, like
NASCAR and Indy racing.
Yeah,
like
sure thing.
Okay, I think we should move on.
They're all competing against each other. I don't understand what.
Dale Jr. But yeah, so like they're all single lap races, and they all start at once, and they all last about the same distance. But yeah, it's like you're like swapping up, down, you go between the layers, because the AI that's driving your car is really bad and always ends up like immediately like, I'm in first place, let me swap up. I look down, immediately back in sixth place. I'm like, how? There's only 8 cars. Like, how did you fuck this up immediately, AI? But the concept is cool. I like a lot of the look is kind of like almost like not all like dark colors. Like imagine like bright colors of vaporwave.
Mm-hmm.
So it's these weird low poly, cool, neat things, but it's just the driving isn't good enough to like satisfy that itch for me. And man, trying to like sit there and manage in short bursts terrible ass AI to keep up with the race. It's like, oh my god, it just got so stressful so fast and wasn't paying off for me enough. But it's like neat game. I would say definitely check out videos on that. It's an interesting concept that I think could be worked and made better in the future. But other than that, I think we should get into the big chunky Nintendo block so we can call this a night.
You didn't talk about Far Cry New Dawn.
That sucks.
It's more Far Cry 5, but self-contained. It's nice.
Is the world more interesting than 5?
I mean, there's just some brighter colors and a few fucked up buildings.
It's not worth buying.
I mean, did you like Far Cry 5?
Yeah, until I didn't.
Yeah, so this is basically that again, but with some very minor RPG mechanic bullshit.
And pretty colors.
A couple pretty colors and weird. They don't go far enough with the post-apocalyptic thing. Like, you only get like one cool wacky weapon. The saw launcher was the first thing you do. and like there's not really any kind of like mutants. There's like, oh, there's a radioactive like bison that's a legendary animal you go hunt. But other than that, like there's nothing really wacky.
They didn't go as far as like they did with Blood Dragon or Primal.
Yeah, like Blood Dragon and Primal are both way better examples of what this game could have been. Although I will be fair, like the expeditions, I think they're called, is like a neat idea. So the expeditions are like you eventually like upgrade your helipad to get this pilot to take you out further. And you go on these expeditions to different locations around, America. But they're essentially just the same outposts you're used to doing all over the regular map, just in a new location with a different style.
Okay, I saw an article about.
Yeah, like they're not drastically different. They're more the same thing you're used to, but with a neater set dressing.
Gotcha. Well, that sucks.
It's not a very long game. It's short experience. Doesn't overstay its welcome like Far Cry 5 did.
Yes.
But yeah, like I said, it's more the same. It's got some goddamn fucking D Antwoord music in there.
Does it really?
Yeah. It's got Fatty
Wow.
Boom Boom. It is playing on the radio.
That's a good one.
Yeah, like I said, it's neat. But I want to run over. Let's start with the Nintendo Direct before we get to the chunky Pokemon Direct.
Yeah.
So I'm going to read off some of the details here of the Nintendo Direct we had, middle of February. They showed off Dragon Quest XI S.
Super duper. Yeah.
So
I have way too many adjectives at the end of it.
This version of this game is weird. So it annoyed a lot of people that have already played Dragon Quest XI.
Really? Why? How so?
Because this version of Dragon Quest XI has Japanese voice acting. As an option you can turn on and off.
Yeah.
That was not an option on the PS4 version.
Oh.
So there was a weird point of contention with this game when it first came out with the composer who made the score for the game.
Mm-hmm.
This nice orchestral, like well-made soundtrack was just a soundtrack. The guy didn't allow him to put it in the game. So a different composer had to make basically a rough 8-bit translations.
What?
So yeah, it's a whole fucking thing. So someone else basically made like chiptune versions of these orchestral tracks. So that if you bought the game, you got the soundtrack, which was like cool, like man, it's awesome, this music's great. And you hear the game, it's like, what the fuck, man? This is super distracting.
What?
So in this version, the field music, so traveling the open world, and the battle music use the orchestral version. So they got him to budge on those two things. But then the music everywhere else is the same normal stuff that people didn't necessarily like in Dragon Quest XI originally. So it like stands out super strongly.
Huh.
Also, this version has the ability to transition to the 2D sprite
16-bit.
graphics.
Yeah.
That were the 3DS version. They basically just up-res the 3DS version that's, Japan only. It's neat. It's, Dragon Quest XI on the go. Doesn't look as good as, the other platforms, but it's portable.
What kind of like combat system does Dragon Quest have? Is it like a traditional Final Fantasy system?
Dragon Quest XI is like the most stagnant, traditional, hardcore JRPG possible.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Like,
I'm out.
It's well made, don't get me wrong. Like,
yeah.
They perfected the turn-based standard click, 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 style of game. Like, they've been doing that thing for so many years.
Right. But it is very much a JRPG.
It is the most J of
And this is the game
JRPGs
that
possible.
looks like it's designed by the Dragon Ball guy, right?
So the character designs are Toriyama, yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's too bad because I love that art style.
Another thing they showed off: Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Yes.
They've
I'm so
really gone
excited.
down the waifu hole. Like they made anime waifu Hogwarts.
Did they say when that comes out?
Sometime this year.
September?
Okay.
They pushed it back, but I'm gonna look it up. They
Let's see
pushed it
here.
back, and then I'm pretty sure they came
All
out.
right, here we're looking at July 26th.
Wait, yeah,
Awesome.
July 26th.
Oh my.
I'm so excited for that. I thought Wargroove was gonna be like my new like filler for that, and I didn't get into Wargroove.
Why don't you play?
What?
I was gonna say, why don't you play like Octopath? But I'm pretty sure that's a completely different game.
I need to get Octopath. I almost got it today. Oh, the GameStop.
It's a fantastic game.
You
I think it's
know-
great.
You need to beat it and send me yours.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Well, fuck you too.
You could come over and play it.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
I'll tell you what. You send me your copy.
What?
You send me your copy of Octopath.
Uh-huh.
I'll send you a copy of the Harvest Moon. I just accidentally kind of bought.
No, I'm good. I'll pass. I own Stardew Valley.
I bid on this fucking game thinking somebody would outbid me, and they never did. So I own that now.
But yeah,
this is why you stay away from eBay.
Yeah. Go ahead, keep going, Troll.
I was gonna say, yeah, Fire Emblem. I mean, it looks like it still has. So it's basically like the same combat mechanics of Fire Emblem, but just like what used to be menus, they've turned into this weird, like Disgaea ass, fucking school drama shit. But
I'm
yeah,
excited.
like it looks neat. Some anime shit with some decent tactic game mixed in.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it looks like.
Yeah. They started off the direct with Super Mario Maker 2.
Yeah, I'll pass on that immediately.
I want to get it, but I wouldn't play it enough to justify it.
Yeah, like this is a game like I know I'll pick up just because I enjoy, platformers. I doubt I'll spend a lot of time creating, but this would be a game I'll probably pick up, 3 months after launch and try out a whole bunch of random shit just to be very mad at like the Panga levels and all the crazy madness.
I enjoy platformers too, but what I don't enjoy is other people making things solely to piss me off.
I would like it I would like it if I had more Wiimotes, because it is multiplayer, right? Or it can be.
I'm sorry, more what?
More Joy-Cons.
Oh, I thought you said Wiimotes for a second.
I definitely.
I know you did. I heard it.
No. Anyways, I would like it's a party game to me. It's like finding a ridiculous level and passing the controller around, but I don't know. I don't really do that anymore. So
I would rather just play a regular Mario game.
I am excited for the people who are super excited for this because it is.
Yeah,
cool.
I'm glad it's coming. I definitely think it's cool.
Yeah,
Good for the people
they're
who are
adding
excited, but
they're adding new styles. So they've confirmed they're adding the new
Slopes.
Super Mario Brothers. They're adding slopes. So we've got some extra geometry here, boys, and a whole bunch of other new minor features for the people that are really into making stuff in that game.
yeah.
That's coming super soon as well.
When's that?
That guy is showing up June.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
They showed off a little bit more of Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3.
I'm sorry, but that game looks like trash.
It looks exactly like they had made a Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 when it was relevant and just put it on the shelf for a decade.
I think it'll be.
Yeah, that sounds perfect.
It'll be good,
it'll
basic
be
fun.
good.
But it's not going to be outstanding. But I don't think they're trying to go for outstanding.
It looks like a crap mobile game.
Like I seriously considered buying Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2. I went back and watched some videos and went, oh yeah, these games aren't good.
Yeah.
Like they're good if you got 4 friends in the room. Like they're fun, but they're not like good games. They're just like dumb.
Yeah,
action
they're
games.
super basic, kind of Diablo-ish clones.
But if you have the option, you should get 4 friends together and play Diablo.
Yeah, get right on that.
I might.
Going on, they showed off. They're bringing Box Boy plus Box Girl to the Nintendo Switch.
That actually looked kind of interesting. I've never played that. So.
It's a pretty severe puzzle game towards the end of like the scale. Like it's not a platformer; it is like a hard puzzle game.
Yeah,
I like the word "severe" as a descriptor.
Yeah, I mean, like it lets you know, like this is serious business. Goddamn it!
Yeah.
Like it's super basic, but with that basic premise of kind of copying and stretching out your box, you know, like okay, that's a phrase and a half.
Yes.
Yep.
I don't know what we're talking about anymore.
Yeah.
Just stretching out your box.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
All right. They showed off that they've got a 3.0 update coming in the spring for Smash Ultimate, and that we'll be getting the first Fighter Pass character, Joker. There's no real details other than say, hey, we're doing a full version number change, and we're adding a new character, so Smash is going to get pretty cool fairly soon, starting in April, I want to say.
Sorry to announce Steve already.
They announced they're adding DLC to Captain Toad Treasure Tracker.
I almost got that today too.
Yeah, they're adding like a challenge pack and 2-player co-op for most of the levels.
Yep.
They showed off some more stuff from Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night, Dragon Quest Builders 2. Those are all just more updates. Apparently, they're adding more Star Wolf DLC to Starlink, which is weird. That like this game that kind of died is getting more DLC with Star Fox in it.
I haven't heard much about that since it released.
Yeah, like it was a hot fizzle.
Yeah.
It kind of came and went. Now this DLC.
It came too late. They should have released this around Skylanders.
Yeah, like this is too many years too late.
Ago.
And it's a game about toys that you don't actually need to have the toys to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how poorly this game sold on all the platforms that aren't the Switch. Because the only thing anybody knew about this game was like, oh, it's that game that has the Star Fox stuff in it.
Yep.
And that's how they advertise the fact they're adding other DLC. Is that, oh, hey, on the Switch version, it's also going to have some more Star Fox stuff.
And that's all people care about.
Yeah. You don't want to Switch. Fuck you.
Yeah, well, you'll get some non-brands other content, but without the Star Fox stuff. They showed off this game called Disney Tsum Tsum Festival.
I guess people are really excited for that.
So,
I am not.
This is the thing. Like I had known what the Tsum Tsums are, these little stuffed animals in that cute style.
Yeah, I've seen them in stores and stuff.
They've had like their version of like the Disney Emoji Blitz like mobile game, which is part of this. So this has like just a little collection of mini games, and then the standard kind of like Peggle, Tetris, basic match a few items puzzle like vertical scrolling game.
Yeah.
But then I realized this thing that just looks like an advanced mobile game is $40 fucking dollars. The Switch tax is real, boys and girls.
Oh yeah.
This is a $40 goddamn game, but it looks cool to give to your kids. Hand them the Switch, that super expensive thing they're going to easily break, and let them tap on the screen at the Disney characters.
Feverishly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've already had some of my, because I work with my family, I've already had some of my little cousins ask to play my Switch, and I just straight up tell them no.
Yeah. they announced not only are they bringing a dead franchise back with a remaster of Rune Factory 4, which was a 3DS
that's
game.
right.
I'm so excited for that. Because everyone that loves Stardew and all that, they say Rune Factory is better.
Yeah, Rune Factory is more involved anime kind of RPG story. Harvest Moon, Stardew, like
I'm so excited for that.
yeah, like a story of seasons. I think is another game. Like the company who made this game that's out of business. Also made a bunch of those style of games.
Yeah.
Of those life simulators in a fantasy world.
I need my time at Porsche. My time at Porsche needs to fucking come out on Switch.
Yeah.
I thought it's not out already?
No.
I thought it came out.
It was in early access, I want to say, on PC. Does that sound right?
Yeah, it's out on PC now, fully.
They also announced that this franchise isn't dead. Not only reporting a 3DS game with some new features, they're making a Rune Factory 5, which got a very dead subreddit to blow up with all sorts of positivity, like the Rune Factory subreddit. It was wild.
That's a good thing.
It's great for those people that aren't, being served that often in this style of game.
What do you mean, those people?
These dorks that play Stardew and Harvest Moon.
Fuck you.
All right. Hey, I used to play Harvest Moon. And then
I will be.
Back when you weren't an adult.
No, like Harvest Moon isn't that old. I guess to say I'm too old for that to that sentence to be true.
I'll be reviewing the new one in the next couple.
Yeah. To nobody's excitement, poor Tokyo RPG Factory popped out a new game announcement called Oninaki.
Mm-hmm.
They're the people who made I Am Setsuna and Lost Sphere. I Am Setsuna was cool. Lost Sphere just lost a lot of people. And then this just looks like the name is being very literal. They're just an RPG factory. They're just cranking out old style, basic bitch ass JRPGs.
So basically, just another JRPG.
Yeah, it's another mid grade JRPG with some like neat ideas and some big problems. That's essentially what all the games they've done so far. The two I Am Setsuna and Lost Sphere. Like they have some really cool stuff, some great production in some areas, and then like this part fucks up, and then this thing isn't so hot, and then that was cool, but this part's just okay. Like it's just a hodgepodge. This is probably going to be a solid 7.
So what you're saying is it's already better than Crackdown 3.
Essentially, yes,
okay.
But I'd want to play it less than Crackdown 3 somehow. like objectively, I would probably say this is better from a design point, but no, I don't want to play it.
Moving on. Move along.
They announced a port of Dead by Daylight to the Switch. Boy, does it look rough.
Yeah,
Boy, is Dead by Daylight a boring ass game.
It's fun with friends.
Yeah, like it's like, hey, let's take like the interesting stakes of games and like ruin any of the fear elements by just this being only tolerable by just bullshitting with friends.
That'll be a game that's fun to play all in the same room.
Yeah. They announced Deltarune is now officially a port on PS4, Switch, and maybe Xbox. I know PS4 and Switch currently. It is out.
You know how the kind of games I like. What I like, the one it's based off.
Undertale?
Yeah.
So Undertale is very kind of directly a take on the style of Earthbound.
Yeah.
So not like a super detailed JRPG style. The the battle is turn-based, but it is like interactive in your turn. Do you ever play like Paper Mario RPG?
Mm-hmm.
I did not.
So like in like say like in Earthbound or in Paper Mario RPG, you queue up an attack, and then they would give you the option to complete a little task to give you like a better odds of doing more damage, or in the case of Undertale, like you can do complete pacifist stuff. Like you can try, instead of attacking, to talk to them, and then there's like a little mini game of you dodging stuff at the bottom of the screen, you know, to increase your success of talking them out of like fighting, and then you have like these kind of like deep, meaningful conversations with weird random creatures, and it's very humorous. It's very straightforward. It's not very long. It's always super cheap, and it's really cool.
It's probably worth me picking up and giving a shot.
So Deltarune,
I think it's free right now.
Deltarune is free.
Yeah, but it's a sequel.
It's no and yes. So
Okay.
So Deltarune
Does
is kind of
Deltarune play like Undertale?
yes.
Okay,
Yes,
so I should play Deltarune.
They're very similar. Try Deltarune. If you kind of click with like the style and the feel of that game, you'll get a full like prolonged experience that is very, very cool with Undertale. If you decide, you know, if you like what you see there, you definitely give Undertale a shot.
Downloading it now.
All right. Sticking to the ports. Grid Auto Sport is getting ported to Switch.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
Boy, does that look rough. Man, the textures and frames were real bad with what they showed in that trailer. Not as bad presentation wise. Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice is coming to the Switch, which I mean, I don't know how well that's going to do because that's been available on everything else, and it's also
it's probably good that it's on the Switch.
It's. I hope people follow the advice and actually use headphones, because that's a very important part of the experience for this game.
Yep.
This game is available on Game Pass still, since it is now a studio owned by Microsoft. They announced Astral Chain, another random crazy future cop anime battler from Platinum Games.
I think it looks pretty cool. I kind of am interested to see more about it.
Yeah, I'm hoping this is more in the Metal Gear Rising camp of Platinum Games, and not the Bayonetta Vanquish realm of Platinum Games, where the bullshit anime part is so fucking cringy and bad. Like I can't tolerate playing it, even though the game is impeccable. You know?
Right.
I'm hoping that they don't fuck it up, at least as far as like me being able to enjoy the experience. Because like the style looks cool. I like the whole weird world they've established there.
That Metal Gear game is one of the free Xbox Live Gold games this month.
Yeah, one of your games with gold for March, Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, on the backwards compatible from the Xbox 360.
I've never played it.
It's really cool and really weird because they're telling a Metal Gear story in a third-person action game like Devil May Cry or Bayonetta, where you're not Snake. We'll talk about the big shadow drop. That's probably like the craziest thing for everybody from this direct. Tetris 99.
Yeah, this game has made me realize I'm not good at Tetris. I saw that and I was like, I'm all over this, and then no, I'm not.
It's like, no, man, I don't know how to T-spin, bro. Like, I can't Jenga this bitch. I'm sorry.
Like, I love Puzzle Fighter, but man, whew.
Yeah, 98 other people fucking with you.
What's really funny about this game coming out though is Kevin Pereira over at Attack Media has been talking about making a Tetris style battle royale game, and apparently he had it in development and everything.
Really?
Yeah. So when this got released, there's a whole episode of him just like, I'm not mad. No, I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
R.I.P. The dream. This game was made by Eureka, which they kind of really needed to win in their books, because they've had a weird track history of making games. So way back in the day, they made the arcade version of Tetris, the Tetris Grandmaster. So they've had like previous experience with the Tetris franchise. So they've done really cool stuff with it before.
Yeah.
But they made the Street Fighter Alpha EX games back in the day.
Love those.
And they happen to have owned the EX characters that were not the Capcom characters. So last year or the year before that, I forget which, they put out a game called Fighting Layer EX, which is them pulling all those old characters back out in a very rough fighting game that did not do well. So it's really cool that, you know, they put something out that was actually a big hit and, you know, gives them a shot, you know, to maybe keep going forward, because they've had a long history. They've been around for like over 20 years, and they have made some really cool stuff in the past. And Tetris 99, I don't enjoy Tetris, but man, is this a really cool, weird game, and I'm so happy it exists.
I played a little bit of it, and I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah, as
it's
bad
a
as
fun,
I am, I enjoy it
game.
too. I'm really interested in how they're going to monetize it.
I'm hoping they don't. I mean, they will. They'll do something. I guarantee it.
They have to.
Because they had to pay the Tetris company to make this. So
yeah, they'll make money off of it somehow for sure.
But yeah, like it's neat. It's odd hearing the impressions of people that played a bunch of this, and like that realization for a lot of them, like, yeah, once I finally got that win, man, I was like, well, fuck, I got nothing else to do now. I did the thing. I was like, yeah, it's Tetris, but most of the people that really enjoy Tetris like the chill zone out stuff, which, you know, I've heard people talk about, like, yeah, I play Tetris Effect to warm up and relax, and then I go in and I play Tetris 99. I was like, that's a lot of fucking Tetris, man.
That's a lot of Tetris.
That's a lot of fucking Tetris.
I love that some people are that into Tetris.
Yeah. Well, you gotta think the Tetris Grandmaster stuff is the crazy shit where at the fucking credits, the Tetris blocks aren't there, but you're still playing Invisible Tetris. Mm-hmm. And these guys are like, you know, slamming this shit down. It's like, da, 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 da. God damn it. Stop machine gun dropping everything that's invisible. Why are you so good at this? The really big thing here, before we move on to Pokemon, the last thing we want to talk about in the Nintendo Direct, a Legend Reborn on Nintendo Switch, Zelda Link's Awakening.
I'm excited.
This is a top-down Zelda, right?
Yeah, This is a Game Boy, original Game Boy Zelda game.
Yep.
Yeah, so I definitely would have played it. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that.
I know there's a lot of controversy. Maybe people are not happy with the graphic style.
Yeah, this is Wind Waker all over again.
Exactly, that's exactly what it is.
It's like my real concern is, like, I'm not like the biggest fan of the style. I do, you know, appreciate what they're going for, and it's probably one of those things, like, if I spend time with it, I'll grow to like it more.
Mm-hmm.
But the big thing for me is Link's Awakening is a 2-button Zelda game from the Game Boy.
Yeah.
And it's still that game, so it's like a very basic game. So I'm curious, like, what else they've done to that game to, like, expand on it, if they've just, you know, kept it as is as much as they can. And I don't know if I'm going to be interested in playing it.
I don't think I've actually... I just looked it up, and I didn't think I'd actually seen how the game looks.
What?
Yeah, the original
it
Link's
looks
Awakening,
very like claymation. This new one.
Yeah, the new one looks like like you're looking down at a
Yeah.
toy box,
Mm-hmm.
like some Playmobil toys.
I really like the way this looks.
I do too.
Yeah, it's very adorable. It's just I'm more concerned about the actual like game being the same very basic Zelda game from back in the day.
I'd be okay with that, especially if it was like a $30.
You know, this is Switch tax out the ass.
Yeah, this is going to be $60.
Yeah, I know.
This is 60. This is a fat 60 across the chest.
Oh yeah,
I love it. I love the chomp chomps in it.
Yeah, there are Goombas, Chain Chomps.
Yep.
There are other cameos from other early Game Boy era Nintendo characters.
Yep.
In that game, there's a lot of cool weird stuff because they couldn't get the standard Zelda 1 and 2 to port over since the aspect ratio wasn't the same between the NES and the Game Boy screen. So what started off as being ports turned into them having to kind of remake stuff from scratch to make a new Zelda game.
Yeah.
It's neat.
I definitely think it's a unique one to the series.
Yeah, like it's got some odd things that they never really did again.
It's almost like, and this is a rough comparison, but it was like the Majora's Mask of its time. It was a very different and much darker Zelda game.
Yeah, they're not to spoil the ending, but yeah, the darker theme really fits that.
Yeah.
Link's Awakening is darker?
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
That makes me even more excited for it.
Have you never played Link's Awakening?
No, I said I haven't. I definitely haven't if it's on Game Boy.
Okay.
They had Link's Awakening DX.
For what, Game Boy Color or Advance?
That's on 3DS.
Oh yeah, for Virtual Console.
Yeah.
But the DX, they actually made that a long time ago, and it was for Color or Game Boy Advance. I want to say it was for Game Boy Color.
Yeah, they had already kind of redone this game once.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would say most Zelda games I missed. So I'm excited if they re-release them and stuff like that.
Like I said, this is one of the more interesting ones in the lineage of the off-brand Zelda games.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for a remake of Legend of Zelda, the Moolah Maker. The one we all need.
I think Wind Waker and Skyward Sword are probably the only two I have never played.
Wind Waker looks really cool.
I've played Wind Waker. I've never finished Wind Waker.
Yeah.
And I did not own a Wii console at all.
I never played Skyward Sword.
I want to play Skyward Sword because it's like the first in the lore. So it's kind of where everything comes from, and I really like The Legend of Zelda, and I want to know about it.
I think we will get remakes and re-releases of all that stuff on Twitch.
We'll see. I'm not going to hold my breath.
I think Nintendo's smart enough to realize they can make a shitload of money doing that.
Oh, I'm sure they're smart enough to realize it, but that doesn't mean they're going to do it.
Yeah.
We'll see. We got a new president.
Look, man, I don't want to cry tonight.
But yeah, I guess now at this point we'll go into the part Bob's been waiting for. We had ourselves a Pokemon Direct.
We did.
Hell yeah!
I'm excited, and I know you're going to shit all over us, and I don't care.
Bob's not the only one that's excited.
You're not excited?
No, you're not the only one that's excited. I'm excited too.
I thought you said I was the only one that's excited.
No, I'm psyched as hell. That game looks awesome. It looks beautiful. I'm excited for the countryside stuff. And I love the name Sword and Shield.
I'm not going to get my hopes set too high until we see a little more, because we really haven't seen a whole lot.
Right.
But I'm definitely excited, for sure.
I'm intrigued that it's a more European set.
Oh, it's basically the UK.
Yeah.
But with some weird, like, Swedish, Scandinavian stuff mixed in.
Something.
Yeah.
I like the starters. I'm definitely going Sable.
Yeah. Me too.
It's really interesting. But actually, they all look interesting.
This is probably the first time since Gen 4 that I have liked all the starters.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah.
go ahead, Troll. What bullshit do you have for us?
No, I'm gonna say like I've been hard out with Pokemon for a while.
Troll's
Right.
problem, and I don't disagree with him, is that it's just another Pokemon game.
Yeah.
And
But-
like I like the aesthetic. I like some of the things they're doing, and it looks like they're gonna really give people, more of that opportunity to really customize their trainer and get more into like their style and be more, unique there. But my whole thing is like the big problem I've had with Pokemon games, and they've started to kind of branch out in these past, is either like really drastically change up like the battle systems, or try to tell more of like a standard RPG, like a story. Give me an adventure here,
Right.
and not just this basic circuit of go here, get these things, beat these
not,
gyms.
Not you're 10 years old now, here's a pet, get the fuck out of my house.
That's what Sun and Moon was.
Yeah,
Sun and Moon fucking sucked.
Yeah, Sun and Moon was a bad attempt from all accounts, from what I've seen, at trying to do more of what I'm talking about. And I hope they do a better job here. The same director who did Sun and Moon is also doing Sword and Shield,
which scares me immensely.
Sun and Moon did not suck. It just overstayed its welcome.
Yeah, like there's great ideas there.
No, Sun and Moon sucked. Here's my problem, and I don't understand why I'm like this. I liked a lot of things about Sun and Moon, but I didn't like them all together.
Okay.
Like I liked most of the Pokemon. I liked most of the designs.
You like the Alolan versions?
I love the Alolan versions. I wish they would extend that past fucking Kanto, but whatever. They were still cool. I thought it was a cool addition. Trials, I could take or leave. I think they're innovative, but I just maybe not enough. Some of them are boring, but they were okay. I'm still kind of a gym person.
Yeah.
The region was okay. Like, that's cool. It's based off of Hawaii. The story was shoved down your throat like you're a fucking infant. But all the pieces together just kind of blew chunks, really. I did not enjoy it.
I will say the one thing I was most excited about was seeing my Charge Bug. Not Charge Bug. What's before Charge Bug?
Grubbin?
Yeah, there was a Grubbin in the trailer.
Oh, yeah. So this is interesting about the trailer. Someone pointed this out to me yesterday. All the battles they showed, there's a Pokemon from each generation.
Yeah. Oh. The very first Pokemon you see in the entire trailer is Pikachu.
Mm-hmm. Then you have
Hoot from there.
Who all's in there? There's Pikachu, Hoot. Who was in there?
I'm pretty sure there was a Mankey at one point who did like a punch attack.
There was a Lucario that did a punch attack, which was Gen 4. They had Tyranitar for Gen 2. They had Wailmer and something else for Gen 3. There was something in there from Gen 5 that I can't remember. They had a Meowstic from Gen 6, and then a few from Gen 7.
What a fucking nerd.
I hope that we get the entire Pokédex worth of Pokemon.
Yeah. What do you think about, I heard this the other day on a show, but the restarting completely. Like,
what do you mean?
Clean slate.
Full
you
reboot.
Don't have you don't have all 700 fucking Pokemon, just full reboot.
I hope they did that once already. What the fuck is going on in Discord that is blowing up? Jesus Christ. They did that once already with Black and White.
Okay.
And I actually hope this is the route that they go. I'm fine if all of them are in the game, but give us specifically Gen 8 Pokemon until like post game. And then open it up.
Okay.
That I'm okay with.
That would be interesting.
Because that's what they did with Gen 5 with Black and White.
I don't think that's what we're gonna get, but that's interesting.
I hope that's what we get. I don't see why we couldn't get that.
Yeah.
I mean, if we can do it on a standard DS, we should be able to do it on the Switch.
Oh, definitely. I just don't think we're getting that this game.
I don't know. I mean, they did
different generations.
I don't know. We'll see. We also haven't seen what the battle system is like at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just see some of the action footage, and not necessarily.
We don't see the
menus.
system itself,
Yeah.
which is interesting for me because in all the Japanese logos, you can see like each generation has some kind of gimmick. In all the Japanese logos, the gimmick is shown off as an icon somewhere.
Yeah.
So in these ones, if you look at the Japanese logos, they have that like red and blue swirl thing. So I don't know if it's just a design and we don't get a gimmick this generation, or that is the gimmick and we just don't know what it is yet.
So, talking about that, the thing that told me like I was hard out on this game, even giving it a shot, even if I'm kind of remotely curious to see what they do with it, was random battles, those are back, and I'm like,
Yes.
no, fuck that. But
Well, I don't know. I like both methods.
yeah, like if they smartly place the areas of where you do random battles, that's a great improvement. But like I haven't realistically like spent any time with a Pokemon game since Gold and Silver.
They have demos of Let's Go now.
They do.
You should really try it.
Yeah, like so. But no, the thing is, like, Let's Go solves my problem because you just see the fucking animals and you dodge them, or you go to the one you want to fight. I'm just talking about, oh hey, I've got to walk through this grass to get to this little fucking gap here to move on down the line. I'm gonna run into 5 goddamn Pokemon I don't want to deal with. Like if they make it like if they make your random encounter areas way more optional and give you the choice of going out there to them instead of forcibly making you run into shit at all times as you're trying to get through an area.
The problem I had with Let's Go, and this I wasn't like this way at first, but the more I played the game, the more I became aware that I actually had a problem with it. Was yes, you see the Pokemon in the overworld and you choose who you can have an encounter with, but there are no wild battles. Like it's a straight up you catch it or you don't.
Yeah.
So what I would like them to do is still have them in the overworld, but also let us battle them.
Oh, see, I like the no battling thing.
Well, I do and I don't. Like it's situational, I guess. You
Yeah.
could say. I like wild battles because it's easier to train, and you don't have to spend all your money on Pokeballs just to train your Pokemon.
And potions.
Well, you don't need potions when you can't battle.
Oh, okay. I was thinking if you can battle.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like you can't even.
Gotcha.
You're spending all your money on Pokeballs just
Yeah.
to level up your Pokemon.
Right, I gotcha. Yeah, I like that system more because, ironically, it's one of those things that I kind of talk shit about when people say it makes you spend less time in the world. Like, it speeds up the process, but I enjoy the game, so I should want to stay longer. But I like that it's so quick, so I don't know. If the traditional system comes back, I won't be super mad.
Oh, I won't be mad at all.
I'm
I think
excited for this.
there's a place for both systems. I would like to see them merge the two systems, but
Definitely.
There's
Or give you
definitely
the
a place
option,
for
even.
I would rather them just merge the two than give
Yeah.
an option. Because then that's just going to split the community up even more than it already is.
Yeah, that's true. I guess I don't think about stuff like that when it comes to Pokemon.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like, oh, you announced a new Pokemon game, but then you see the colon, the brackets with an S, because it is 2 games, even though they're not really.
Yeah, it's the same game with 2 different iterations.
Yeah.
But at the same time, this is, quote unquote proper Pokemon, so it makes sense that they're going back to that, and we're definitely getting Let's Go Silver and Gold.
I fucking hope so.
There's too many little hints.
And I hope it's the exact same way as Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee.
But yeah, me too. And it would be nice if we just had the 2 separate things. Like, the proper ones have the random battles, Let's Go doesn't. I like that idea.
And I would be okay with that. Because that, like I said, there's definitely a place for both style of games.
Yeah, but going back to the talk about gimmicks, did you see the potential like the leak rumor about what the gimmick might be for this gen?
Elaborate.
About the elemental stuff.
Elemental stuff?
Yeah, so...
Oh, no, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, there was something I saw, like, a thread about it somewhere randomly, and then I heard someone talk about it on a different podcast. Let me see if I can't find it. But it was talking about, like, basically being able to equip an item onto your Pokemon to temporarily give them, like, a different element to basically like force new matchups with the same Pokemon.
Oh, okay. No, I did not hear about that. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, let me see. Gen 8.
I know there's a lot of talk about armored Pokemon coming around. Only like a kind of like how they do with Mega Evolutions, where it'd only be like a specific few. But I don't know. That sounds interesting, but we'll see.
They need to do something to mix it up to make this an evolution of the Pokemon games.
I'll be surprised if there isn't some.
Yeah,
there normally is.
And I love the name Sword and Shield.
I do too.
You buying both of them right off the bat?
Yep.
Psychopath.
The only reason I haven't pre-ordered him yet is because I'm waiting for some kind of bundle.
Watch them only put a bundle out like 6 weeks after the game's
launched. They come out with Steelbook editions or whatever for Pikachu and Eevee.
What?
Like a fucking couple months after they were out.
Yeah, and I saw a lot of people doing buying those from Amazon and canceling the thing, but you could pay like a small fee to keep the Steelbook part of it.
Really?
Since the Steelbook was an add-on to like the standard game in the case.
Oh.
So like the game doesn't typically ship, in the Steelbook in a lot of these cases because they realize there's a lot of fucking weirdos that want just a Steelbook case to go with their game.
I would have loved to have it. I wish that had been a thing, before they fucking released.
Yeah.
But whatever.
So yeah, a lot of the Steelbooks are usually like add-on incentives to different retailers. So yeah, there are people doing this whole thing where it ended up being like $9 or $10 to just send the game back in the sealed package, but keep the Steelbook part.
Yeah, it is. It's $12. Oh no! Wait. The fuck? I don't know. Continue on.
But yeah, like I was real happy to see people happy that Pokemon's here, and it was always funny to me, like the people that were like just super butthurt, like that they're not doing anything drastically different. I was like,
I didn't Game Freak.
You're talking about a Japanese RPG developer, and specifically Game Freak. Like
they're not known for being especially innovative.
Well, also, like, the thing is, like, Game Freak is, for a company as successful as they've been, a very small studio. Like,
Yeah.
they've got like 150 people. For a company that's been in business for over 20 years, that has been making the video game portion of the most successful intellectual property of all time.
Right.
Because I was talking about this in a different Discord earlier about it. I was like, I'm going to need some stats on that, bro. And I go to Wikipedia and I pull it up. Number 1 on the list, Pokemon at over $90 billion.
Yeah. It's fucking huge.
It's fucking ridiculously huge. It's like every version of this game they're going to sell 10 million copies of. What incentive do they have to try different things?
If it works, it fucking works.
Hey, it prints out money every fucking year. So why bother until you can convince enough fucking Pokemon dorks to not buy one copy of the game, let alone both at launch, and hit them in their pockets. You're not getting anything new and wild unless they just suddenly decide they want to try something.
Right.
Why does the Steelbook version only have room for one cartridge?
Don't worry about it, because they want you to buy both.
So, put 2 spots in there.
No, they want you to buy both.
Yeah, buy both, sir.
Both Steelbooks.
I think there's only one.
No, there's 2. One with Pikachu on it, one with Eevee on it.
Why is it like that?
Yeah.
No, this is one.
They want you to buy both.
Just get 2. Fuck it. You're already doing that with the games. Fucking nerds. But
Really?
but
$30 on Amazon or
Yeah.
eBay.
but yeah, that was the thing to me is like all these people like they were just disappointed that they didn't do anything different. It's like, well, no one said they were ever going to do that. Like no one promised this to you. You just got your expectations
Also,
up for no reason.
They did something different with Let's Go, and you all temper tantrums.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you can't. No one's ever going to be happy.
Because see, that's the thing. Look, we've talked about this before about being a lapsed JRPG player as myself. It's like the vast majority of people that are buying into this genre are paying money up front for that nostalgia feeling of the tedious bullshit. Like they're wanting a game they can just drop in. It's comfortable. They don't have to think about it too much. And they can just, spend a few minutes, spend a few hours, get that feeling back, and stop, pick back up immediately where they left off whenever they want to. And it's not a big ordeal. Like a lot of people want, the mediocrity because it's comforting and it's fun and it reminds them of better times in their life.
Yep.
And I just don't have time for that these days. But yeah, like the world does look cool. I like a lot of the styles. Now, don't get me wrong, like that particular trailer, there were some harsh textures and some severe frame dips, but this isn't a final product. Although apparently frame dips were real bad and Let's Go.
They were.
So hopefully they have learned optimization.
We will see.
You should really check out the Let's Go demos, Troll.
Now, I've played some of Let's Go Eevee.
Okay.
I mean, I played about like 20 minutes on a friend's Switch when I was on my lunch at work. And I was like, oh yeah, this is that thing, that game I played, 20 years ago. And
it's definitely still the same game.
Like I said, it's not offensive to me. It's just like, hey, there's nothing here of interest beyond 5 minutes.
Do you think that we'll be able to transfer our Let's Go and our Sun and Moon stuff to Sword and Shield somehow?
I mean, if they do the Pokemon Bank stuff,
I'd be surprised, honestly.
I think Sun and Moon we have a pretty good chance.
Really? Because I
Not
think
Let's
it's the other way around.
Well, like Troll said, there's the Pokemon Bank.
Yes, but do you really think they're going to put in the effort to make it connect to the 3DS and the Switch?
It probably wouldn't take a lot of effort.
I don't think they're even going to try.
That's a very possible reality.
yeah, it's like, hey, here's a service we charge you for, and we're going to put the least amount of effort into it because we know you'll fucking pay up.
Basically going to make it obsolete.
It's like
you have to pay for that every year, don't you?
Yes, you do.
What happens if you don't?
Nothing.
Oh, thank God.
I don't think.
Yeah, it's just like fuck you,
That's
pay
not
me.
good.
That's the motto of the Pokemon Company.
Well, I didn't pay for it for like a year or two, and then I actually just bought it again a couple months ago, and everything I had in there was still in there.
Okay, good. You probably just can't add things to it.
Not if you're not paying for it now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just trapped in there until you pay up.
Pretty much. Now, I think they could make the bank work on the Switch, but I don't know if they will.
I think they could make a Switch version. Whether they make it connect from Switch to 3DS, I highly doubt that.
Yeah. We'll see.
But I'm
I mean,
also.
They did a bunch of bullshit with making the virtual console versions of Pokemon work with the bank. So they could do a bunch of bullshit to make that.
Yes, but that's
Switch.
still all on one system.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
can be
like Bob said, I'd be more inclined to believe they make a Pokemon bank that works with the Switch games and not necessarily merging. Yeah. Plus, also like the rampant like generated hacked Pokemon of the 3DS. It's like,
oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh yeah,
oh, yeah.
So that's the thing. Like bringing back the loot cave we mentioned earlier with. Talking about Anthem, where they had like this weird loop of chests to just get all this crazy loot that got patched out, and referencing the loot cave from Destiny from way back in the day. It's like if you leave very important things up to random chance in a game about loot, or in this case, the loot would be the Pokemon and the stats, you're always going to see the community resort to the lowest common denominator.
Yep. Cheating.
It's like, it's not really cheating if I just stand outside this thing and shoot all these little enemies that keep spawning to get loot. It's like, kind of is, because you're just like bypassing the entire fucking point of playing the game.
Yeah.
So if I can, deal with this horseshit, like the attributes or whatever the attitudes of Pokemon is, that is some dumb bullshit. The natures are fucking stupid. Like,
yeah, I'm gonna agree with that one.
And then you see these people that are trying to like legit get a good roll on a Pokemon. It's like, this person spent 22 hours just to get a tolerable fucking ride on or whatever. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
It's like, or I can just download this little thing, put it on my SD card, type in a few numbers, and make it whatever the fuck I want.
That's scary.
But yeah, like I said, I'm happy for the Pokemon nerds. It's cool.
I'm excited.
I'm probably not gonna play it. I hope they have a demo for it to see if like maybe somehow like gets its hooks back in, because I've already checked out Let's Go and that's not doing anything for me.
I think it's funny that people are like, it just looks like Sun and Moon again. And then you have all the other people that put up actual comparisons, and it looks way better.
Yeah. But yeah, I think
Pokemon.
I think that's it for today, boys. Is there anything else you guys had you wanted to talk about before we go?
What did you guys think of the new Detective Pikachu trailer?
I loved it.
Looks cool. Like I'm shocked that they've actually made like an interesting looking movie out of a terrible fucking premise.
It's looking a lot better than I thought it ever would.
I was pissed off about them making this movie. Now I'm excited.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, oh no, they actually spent the money to make the thing
and do it right.
Well, I mean, those first trailers for the Transformers movies looked all right. They turned my opinion around, and then we know what happened with those in the full swing. But
very good.
the few things they've already shown me with Detective Pikachu are leaps and bounds ahead of what those fucking terrible movies are trying to do. So I have way better hopes.
I hope that it does well. We get more of that. We also, Nintendo sees that, adults like Pokemon now. We should make a little adult Pokemon game.
Well, they've already got the anime remake of the first Pokemon movie.
And like, yeah, did you see that new trailer that came out the other day?
I didn't see the trailer, but I saw a CG image
Of what?
or an image of the movie, like it's in CG.
Yeah, I know. Of what image?
Oh, of Ash, Misty, and Brock.
Oh, okay. So you saw the robot chicken image.
Yeah, kind of.
I actually saw a comparison video of the original trailer of the anime version compared to the CG new version.
Mm-hmm.
And it was pretty frame by frame in a lot of those areas.
Really?
Yeah, it was really cool. I'll find that and send that to you.
Yeah, I want to watch that.
I will say that I'm very excited about it because I would like them to go back and up-res the original one so I can, watch that because I love that original animated style. But I am excited because I will get to show Wyatt this and it's not all fucking grainy and stuff because it's old.
Yeah.
Because Pokemon the movie is probably one of my favorite movies of all time.
Ooh.
It always will be. It's a fucking great movie.
It is a great movie. I'm not going to argue with that.
I had all those fucking Burger King gold cards, god damn it.
Yeah.
I did too.
Like that, I want to show that to someone who's not like into Pokemon because I feel like it is just a good movie.
It is a
Could be
good
wrong
movie.
about that. But I fucking slight spoiler for the Detective Pikachu trailer here. Mewtwo showing up? What the fuck?
That was fucking sick.
It's
I
twisty
was.
twist.
Huh?
It's a twisty twist.
But a twist.
Yeah, but like how I don't understand how any of these things work in any of the fucking Detective Pikachu movie. Makes my brain hurt.
Well, if you played Detective Pikachu, maybe it would make sense.
Oh, really?
I don't know
I'm not
because
doing
I've never
that.
played,
Oh,
so I'm
okay.
grasping.
No, like
at straws.
I thought you were giving me shit.
No, I'm just saying maybe if like you would have played the game, maybe the trailers
not.
would make more sense, but I don't know.
No, like the Detective Pikachu game is kind of like baby's first Ace Attorney, like Phoenix Wright. Like it's more of like an adventure, like old school adventure game of like finding clues and having random talks to people. It's not this whole.
Yeah, but I think it's the same story in the movie.
Yeah, parts of it were adapted, but like Pikachu in the fucking Detective Pikachu thing is like this super deep voice, like old dirty cop voice.
Yeah.
And not Ryan Reynolds being funny. Like he was like he was like a dead serious, like old school detective, and not goofy Ryan Reynolds.
Right.
Not PG Deadpool.
Yeah, not Ryan Reynolds playing as Ryan Reynolds.
Oh yeah, I need to watch this trailer for the new Mewtwo movie. I didn't realize there's a trailer out.
Yeah, it just came out a couple days ago.
Okay. Yeah, the trailer does look pretty spot on for the old one.
Yeah.
I don't love the CG, but it's not bad.
I like the CG on the Pokemon. I don't know how crazy I am about it on the people yet.
It looks too on the nose of the anime. Well, they could have just dialed the anime thing back a little bit.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it turns out.
Yeah,
it's gonna turn out good. If they just keep the same plot and everything, it's gonna turn out good.
Oh yeah, I'm not worried about the story being bad. We already know the story's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the weird thing about CG and anime production these days is that, oddly enough, there's a lot of American and Canadian studios like advising a lot of the Japanese artists now on a lot of the CG, because more and more studios are expanding into the CG stuff. But most of the people that have been really like grinding the stones of like standard CG animation have all been, North American.
Are we? Oh my god! Does this mean we're getting a Pokemon Vacation CG movie too?
What?
The little short film that played before this.
Oh, I don't know.
That would be crazy.
Cool.
That'd be a cool little Easter egg.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I would love that.
that Pikachu's Vacation or whatever it was.
Yeah, I have those movies downloaded.
I have.
I mean, I legally own them.
I got for Christmas the first 3 movies on DVD.
What was the second one?
Oh,
Is it The Unknowns?
fuck! I don't remember. It's downstairs.
Well, I know one of them is like the legendary.
That's the third one.
Okay.
The second one has Lugia in it.
Oh, okay.
But I can't remember the name of it.
I can't use my spacebar. Yep, Google doesn't understand what Pokemon the movie means.
I'll look it up.
Fucking spacebar keyboard bullshit.
Here, list of Pokemon films. Here we go.
How many are there?
Are you
A
kidding
lot.
me? There's
Yeah,
a
it's-
fucking lot.
Yeah,
Oh God.
Okay, so we have Pokemon the first movie. Oh,
Why
here
do
we
they
go.
call it that?
The Power of One.
Okay.
Pokemon the movie 2000.
That's what it Pokemon movie 2000. That's yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
because that's the one where it has all the legendary birds in it.
Well, boys, we've talked about music. I mean, if you call that music. We talked a lot about video
pretty music.
games,
It's music.
and now we've talked about movies. I think that's digital recess.
Yeah.
Finally,
Oh,
fulfilled
one more exciting bit of information that you
go
may
for
not
it.
know. I am like super close to becoming a Twitch affiliate.
Really,
Yes.
that's exciting.
Yeah. Like all I have to do.
Do we need to start streaming the podcast to your channel then?
Maybe. All I have to do is get my average viewer number up. I have everything else.
Yeah, maybe next we'll stream it to your channel. So keep an eye out for that. Keep it English for me.
Yeah.
I do words good.
I'll make sure to send you a space bar in the mail.
yeah.
I bought a new keyboard. It should be here this week.
Oh, okay.
No one understands.
No one understands
My space bar doesn't work.
the struggle of having a cat.
It's terrible.
All right, so let's go ahead and wrap this up. Call it a night, boys. We're all tired and silly. So, Jacob, where can they find you, good friend?
I'm Best in the Realm. You can find me at Best in the Realm. You know where to find me.
Alrighty,
And
Bob.
dead.
You can find me on Twitch at BlackBeardBob, and then you can find me on Twitter at DougThemeSong.
Alrighty, and as always, I'm your old buddy Trollbeard there. That's Trollbeard with an underscore on Twitch and on Twitter. I'm easy to find. I'm a creep. Just say hi. I'm not that weird.
Easy to find and hard to get rid of.
Yeah, unfortunately. Like HPV.
I was thinking like herpes.
Well, everyone's got HPV. Not everybody has herpes.
I tuned out for Troll's outro thing, and all of a sudden herpes came up.
Well, that's how herpes
You know,
works.
they call me Mr. Bumpy. I go bump in the night.
All right, well, that's a good note then.
All right, boys. This has been Digital Recess. Thank you all for stopping by. Remember, all this can be found on futurevillains.com.
YouTubevillains.com. FEWTRUEVILLAINS.com.
All right, good night.